Okay, you guys. I am Shantae Paul.
And I'm Kip Paul, and welcome to Healthish.
You guys, we are at season 2.
Episode 2.
And we have a very special guest on our show today, you guys. Oh my God, this woman is making moves in the community and making strides. But she also has a condition that she wants to share with us today that might help save someone else's life out here. So, without further ado, we're going to introduce her, and her name is Iris.
Hello.
Hi, Iris. Thank you. Welcome to Healthish. We are so happy to have you on our show today.
I am happy to be here.
I am going to have a seat with you real quick. My dad's going to stand up. Okay, Iris, oh my gosh. Can you tell us what it is that you do in the community and just a little bit about yourself, just briefly about yourself real quick?
Absolutely. So I am a parent representative for a few different organizations. One is the Great Start Collaborative Parent Coalition. And also I am part of the PLN, which is the Parent Leader Network. And what we do is we not only specialize in early childhood for 0 to 6 years old, we also run parent leadership groups.
Okay.
Right now we have our COFI going on, which stands for Community Organizing and Family Issues. So we are trying to make a change in our communities.
Okay, that sounds really good. Awesome. That says awesome. When he says awesome, that means it's real. Okay, so Miss Iris, can you tell us what's going on with your health and how you maintain yourself during the pandemic right now?
Well, this pandemic thing has been crazy, but I do have a condition called rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
It is an autoimmune disease that basically attacks your joints. And also severe cases, it attacks your internal organs as well.
Okay. So how long have you had rheumatoid arthritis?
It takes a long time for it to be diagnosed, but the onset of it for me started in 2012.
Okay. So do you have to be, because most people would think you had to be a certain age to have this.
No, you don't. Apparently you don't.
Okay.
Arthritis doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care if you're a man or woman.
Okay.
If you're going to get it, you're going to get it.
Okay.
Yeah, for this particular arthritis, because I also have issues, because my knees are artificial. Are you taking anything for that? And can they, sort of relieve the pain, that you experience when you're, having an episode?
Absolutely. I am on lots of medication, actually. For RA, they actually give you a drug. It's called DMARD, and that stands for Disease Anti-Rheumatic Drugs.
Okay.
And so, not only that, I also take steroids for the inflammation. I also do Tylenol to control the pain. I really... these days they really don't want to give you stuff with narcotics in it. So the pain medication I really don't get from them. They give me an NSAID, which is, like ibuprofen, Motrin, just to control the inflammation, which those are non-steroidal. So
okay.
I also have to go through getting aspirations, which they have to drain the fluid off of my joint during swelling. And also I get a steroid injection into my joint as well. Oh,
wow. Okay. So is there a cure for rheumatoid arthritis?
There is no cure for it.
Okay.
Only medication to control and slow down the deterioration process of your joints.
Right. So, Dad, when you were diagnosed with arthritis in your limbs, did they tell you that they could give you steroids in your body too?
They did. They also told me that at the time when this happened to me, that my knees were surgically operated on, each one about 8 times a piece. Ooh. That when I became in my 50s, I would be walking with a cane and or possibly in a wheelchair. I refuse to listen to that. At 57, I am competing in 5K races. I am definitely walking, can bend, but it's because I changed my diet. I stay active, and as she says, my particular drug that they chose to help me with it is basically 800 Motrins. They help with the inflammation for me,
Okay.
for pain.
So, Iris, my next question for you is, do you have like a support system that helps you kind of deal with the pain? Because you stated that it's very painful and you have to take all these, the drugs and the shots and all of that. I mean, is there a support group for people with arthritis like this? Or, I mean, are y'all aware?
There are support groups out there. There's one that Spectrum Health offers.
Okay.
So I'm not a part of that group, actually. I just have the support of my family, and then I call them my sorority sisters, the ladies that are part of the parent coalition with me. They are very supportive.
Now, how does this affect your diet as far as your eating?
I love to eat. But I do incorporate things in my diet that does help.
Okay.
I take turmeric, which is really good for inflammation when you have any type of arthritis. I love avocados.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love bananas, citrus, lemon, water, cucumbers, all of that I try to have in my diet every day, so I'm making sure that I don't always have to turn to the medication. I want natural remedies in my body.
So if there's one thing you could leave us with as far as having rheumatoid arthritis and living with it on a daily, if there's one thing you can tell someone right now that's freshly diagnosed, that is going to have to probably experience some of the things that you have experienced, what would your one recommendation be to someone like that?
Research.
Okay.
Do not just go with whatever the doctors are telling you. You have to become an expert of your own, and also become proactive on managing your own condition, because they're not always going to be there. It's times I've waited weeks with a flare-up going on for 6 weeks, actually. Right after my birthday, which was in August, I was so flared up, and I couldn't get an appointment with my doctors.
Oh, wow.
So I have, thank goodness I've researched, and I know what foods to eat to help alleviate my inflammation. I know what to take to alleviate my inflammation, so I can manage my day-to-day life as best I can. So you have to be proactive. You have to research and know what you're dealing with. And also, if you need support, because it does take a lot out on your mental.
Oh, okay, it does?
Yes,
okay.
It does.
Okay. So when I hear my dad says, my legs hurt, I don't feel well, then I need to understand that that's part of the condition.
Yes,
that's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, so we can't say that my dad's whining and complaining about his legs, because that's real pain, right? That is real.
It is.
Okay.
I
Wow.
will ask you, any problems with the weather?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
When it rains, oh, man.
Okay. So when the weather can affect
The
rheumatoid
weather
arthritis?
does. Yes, it does.
Okay.
When
That's
it's
my
cold.
number one.
Yeah.
The cold doesn't necessarily bother me.
But when it rains.
I can tell when it's coming.
Yep, me too.
Because
Yep.
of your body?
Yes.
Yeah.
My body
Okay,
tells me when it's gonna rain.
Right,
It sure does.
I've never understood that really, but I guess it's real. We're hearing it from 2 different generations, ladies and gentlemen, telling you if your body is racked with arthritis, there's a possibility you will feel it based on the weather, right? Okay, first of all, I appreciate you so much being as transparent as you are, sharing with us about this condition. I've heard of arthritis, but I really never knew anything about rheumatoid arthritis, because my dad is really one of the only people I know who has arthritis, except for my grandma, and she's a lot older. So I wouldn't have expected that from someone of your age caliber.
Yeah.
So
I get that a lot. Actually, right now, I actually need a knee replacement. The
You do?
joint in my right knee is gone completely.
Oh, wow.
And they're telling me that I'm too young because of the expectancy of it lasting only 10 to 15 years. So
Okay.
they're saying by the time that I'm 50, then I'll need another one.
Is that true?
And
It only
so
lasts a
they're-
certain amount of years? Dad, is that true? That the replacement only lasts a certain amount of time?
Unfortunately, it is true. And,
Wow.
From, I want to say, 1984 until 94, and then beyond in increments of like 4 to 5 years up until where I'm at now. That's what I'm saying. The multiple surgeries came in. I experienced failure in whatever procedure that they did eventually, simply because it's basically putting band-aids on what's going on in your joints, and that's unfortunate. You know, I mean, medical science for me in '84 started with a synthetic ligament that was like a shoestring. I broke it. They put a wire around it. I broke it. They cut me up in my thigh area and took tissue to form around it so it could fuse to make its own ligament. It wore out. So each time they keep trying different things, like she's saying.
Right.
Meantime, they're pumping you full of drugs for your pain, for inflammation. Like she's saying, watching your diet. I love Michigan. We're holding this interview in the park. This time of year, the leaves, the colors is beautiful. But like she's saying also, when you have conditions such as what we both share, the weather, snow, cold, you know, being in places like this, it can be tough.
Okay. So, like I said, we at Healthish truly appreciate you for being as transparent as you are. You definitely are in our prayers as far as the pain management goes. And I know now that it's probably so many people who suffer from your condition, but they're afraid to say anything because they don't think nobody really care anyway. But we at Healthish care. We do care. And we want you to know that you are Healthish Nation with us.
Yes, you are.
And so,
At this time, we would like to present you with a t-shirt with our slogan, "It's not selfish being healthish."
Yes,
And I am healthish because you are. Welcome to Healthish Nation. I would like to hand it to you.
yep,
and
welcome
tell
Iris to Healthish Nation.
you for coming
You know,
on
we
the show.
truly appreciate you for coming on the show, and we just thankful for every guest that we've ever had come on the show because they're all so, their stories are so informational, and it's very important for our community. You know, it really is, and
we have to support one another.
we definitely do. We do.
Def-
So, you guys, you just got through watching Iris be inducted into Healthish Nation by my father, Kip Paul, and myself.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
YouTube. This was season 2, you guys.
Episode 2.
Make sure you share, click, add, follow. We have so many more episodes coming up for you guys. Oh my gosh.
Big surprises.
Big surprises coming. We appreciate Iris. We are so thankful for her. If you have rheumatoid arthritis, if you go on Google, they do have other alternative methods that you can use to try to stay focused in a focus group, or try to get support if you can, and just know that you're not alone. And we out in Healthish Nation just want to say, remember, it's not selfish being healthish.